Welcome back to On Hold with me, Lindiwe Ngongwane. And if you're new, welcome. Please subscribe. If you've been here before, a regular, thank you for staying with us. Today, I want to talk about parenting and I want to talk to parents. Actually, probably just had a realization that parenting doesn't end. You start when you start and when it starts. You think your kids are older for when they're 7, and you think they're older when they're 12, and you think they're older when they're 18, and you think they're older when they're 21. But guess what? They still need you when they are 30. They have kids, you have to take care of their kids. They come to you if they're married with their partners. They are still not gone. Even at 50, you still have to parent. It does not end. It doesn't end. I mean, I look at myself as well. As an adult, still needing a parent. So parenting doesn't end. But I don't know why that gave me so much anxiety. But anyway, that's not even my worry for today. My worry is all the pressure or maybe the anxiety I feel when you listen to stories or hear social media or listen to people in the society talk about how parents are to blame for how their children turn out. If your child doesn't turn out how you raised them, or your child doesn't turn out like how you are, or turns out differently, the first person that gets crucified is the parent. Why? I don't know. I mean, that gives me anxiety. Where are the parents at this time when this child is where are the parents? Kids are kids. Kids are kids. They will try to do any mischievous thing they can do and they want to do. And besides that, they will choose their own path. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but it gives me panic attacks when I hear that. If something happens, if your child maybe goes to the shop and something happens on the road, why would the parent allow the child to go alone? The parent, it comes. I understand that we are responsible, but also there is a certain level of, I think somewhere it's unrealistic. The pressure and the expectation that your children are different or nothing will happen. I don't know. I don't really understand what the expectation is, but honestly, it gives me some panic to see that. So, and I probably want to open this platform to parents who've been through a lot, who've gone through a lot, who've been with their children through a whole lot of things, problems, situations, who've gotten over specific things, just to share and explain and take us through your journeys, what you've had to go through, what you needed to do, what you needed to accept for yourself as a parent, what you needed to forgive yourself for, what you've gone through with your child. Maybe they were at a stage and then they got over it, and how that felt and where you are right now. Because I can tell you, children choose their own path. They do what they want to do. It doesn't matter. It's like how we get so disappointed when we see a priest or a pastor and we see their children not following the church, or rather smoking or drinking. How judgmental. Ooh, ngwana moruti. Ooh. What's supposed to happen? Or maybe you see a lecturer or a professor, a parent who has 3, 4, 5 degrees, 6, and then their child does not even care to get a matric. Yo, mara ke ngwana professor, ke ngwana wa ing. I know at that point something needs to drop in our heads to say that child is not the professor. Ke ngwana wa professor, rightfully so. It's the child, it's not the professor. So it's not the same person. It's two different people. The influence could have been there from the parent to study and go further, but the child probably did not even suck or get interested or anything. And I know we have examples and stories of what has happened where you know that you have done your best, but still your child turns out however they are. I mean, how many stories have we had where parents say, and I think you guys know about this, where they would be like, oh, these parents are so strict, so strict. This child even sleeps with their parent, or maybe a teenage girl sleeps with their parents or with their grandparents, but they still fall pregnant, sleeping with a grandparent every day, and you wonder what time, where, and how. So things are gonna happen anyway. I don't know how we can be we can learn to be gracious with each other and understand such things. I mean, if you think about you as a parent, at what age do you start experimenting with alcohol or with smoking? You were probably in high school, early high school, and you knew your parents didn't want it, but you found ways to experiment with it. Your kids are going through the same thing, but if another parent sees that child smoking at the corner, it's kind of like, hey man, where's their parents? Where are their parents at this time? Where are their parents at this time? I don't know if that's the right approach, but it gives me panic when I hear another parent speak about another parent or blame a parent for their child's behavior. I wouldn't like that for myself. But today I want to open up the platform to parents to talk, to share, tell us what you've been through. I know parents go through a lot. I know I have not had all the horror stories in my life, but I'd like us to engage and talk about it. Put it in the comments and tell us what you've been through, what you've done, what you've overcome, where you are, what you've had to let go of. Please share. I think that will also give permission to everyone else, probably who's feeling guilty about what they've been through and beating themselves up because they believe maybe they were not there enough for their children, or they didn't do enough, or they didn't observe something enough. It will give them permission to forgive themselves and understand that actually I'm not alone. I know there are stories, but sometimes as parents we take it too hard. Please share and let's learn from each other. I look forward to reading all your comments.